Hello, YouTube. It's Sunday afternoon, July 17th, 4:42 p.m., 2022, and just wanted to do a short one as I head over to Sunday afternoon karaoke over at the Oz Bar. Actually, I was going to head quite a bit earlier, but Priscilla actually was kind of engaging me. So, but yeah, she ended up falling asleep on my bed, which is a nice change from her sleeping in her mess on the couch. But yeah, I know if I continued to just lay there with her, I would probably end up falling asleep and missing work. And didn't get much karaoke time in this weekend, so yeah, I feel like I gotta pop into Oz Bar and sing a couple of songs at least. Get that out of my system. Yeah, after laundry, I think I did a video as I was on my way to the laundromat. That's bad. Sometimes I just don't remember. Like, oh, I went this place. Did I shoot video on the way there? I don't fucking know. I think I did. If I didn't, I did laundry today. Back in Coinless Laundry, I've decided I really, really like that laundromat. Although today it was a little more crowded than I like. I mean, not quite oppressively crowded, but like kind of had to be in a different spot than where I normally am. I'm one of those persons that's kind of a creature of habit. Like, I get a spot that I'm comfortable in, I just always want to go to the same spot. So, yeah, I mean, that spot was available. I could have certainly camped out there with my suitcase and my stuff, but there was no washing machine anywhere near it of the size that I wanted. So, I don't know if I've mentioned that. That's something that's kind of unique about Coinless Laundry, is that they have numerous different size washing machines. It's not like all just the same washer, rows of the same washer, which is really neat. They all have different prices, and some are probably better value than others. I just like using as few washers as possible. I mean, like, they've got one that does the equivalent of like 7 loads in one shot, which is pretty awesome. The one I use, it says it's the equivalent of 3 loads. I don't know, I feel like my suitcase is the equivalent of 2 loads, but whatever. I definitely filled the washer. They have one that's supposed to be the equivalent of 2 loads as well, but I don't know, I use the one that they say is the 3 load size. And they've got weight limits on it too, and I don't, like, as if I weigh my laundry. But anyway, and they don't have for the one that is the 3 loads, I don't think they have a dryer that's that small, so I end up using I only see 2 sizes of dryer, and I usually use the bigger one. Today I used the smaller one because I just did the 1 load in the 3 load machine. And anyway, I know I'm talking about doing my laundry. How boring is that? I will say this: I do find eye candy that I like in the laundromat. I see there's a surprisingly large amount of attractive women that go to that. At least attractive to me women that go to that laundromat. Now, I've never really struck into a conversation with any of them, and some of them were busy with their kids or their significant others, so that would be like awkward anyway. The one gal that I did see that was pretty cute and looked single, also pretty young, and she had earbuds in the whole time, and for the most part so did I, so there we go. We're not communicating because we have beans in our ears. And you've never heard the song Beans in Your Ears, it's one you should listen to, because I don't know, when I think of, when I heard that song as a kid, it just literally meant beans in your ears, but now I kind of think of it as sort of a metaphor for earbuds, because so many people are just not engaging with other people around them because they've got beans in their ears. So, whatever. I mean, I wasn't there to meet women or flirt. I was there to do my laundry. Actually had a woman waiting for me at home, and surprise, surprise, she stayed at home. This is kind of a record for her. I don't think she's left since Monday. In fact, I'm wondering if she's left at all. And I'm drawing a blank. And the reason that's a little concerning to me, I mean, I'm kind of glad she's not disappearing all night, because that was frustrating for me. But I forget who I was talking about, saying that I was telling somebody that, yeah, I finally told her that, I'm just over it, and want you gone. You paid rent for the end of the month. At the end of the month is over. I need you gone. You don't live here. You've never been on the lease. Like, you're just taking advantage of my hospitality, and you're not cleaning up. You're not cleaning up after your own mess. You're not really not giving it up to me. At least not like I'd like you to give it up to me. And no. I'm very unhappy in this situation, and I just would be a lot happier alone with you out of my damn apartment. So anyway, mentioning that to somebody about that she had said, well, you need to give she goes, well, you have to give me a 30-day written notice. I'm like, no, I don't, because you don't live here. You've never lived here. And of course, that's something that's certainly open to interpretation, but she's never ever been on the lease. So, technically she's been nothing more than a guest. I mean, if you're not on the lease, that's it kind of is what it is. I mean, I could have put her on the lease at any time, especially after home week was no longer a factor. And no, I didn't, because I've been wanting her gone since literally the week she moved in. And that was a time when our relationship was mostly pretty decent. It's just a matter of, hey, that is my space, and now you're bringing a whole bunch of shit into my space that doesn't have room for your shit. It barely has room for my shit. Like, no, just no. Like I'm cool with you spending the night here. I'm cool with you spending several nights in a row here, but you need to be able to, you want to make cooking messes. You need to do that in your own kitchen, because you just don't know how to clean a kitchen, or at least you don't seem willing to clean my kitchen. Anyway. So I forget who the hell I was even talking about that with and where, but their response was, but what if she, and I commented that she had said, about the 30 days, and I'm like, well, I said, well, see how far that law gets you when you don't have a key to get you in the door on the first. And granted, I mean, she could maybe take me to court, and I do think there is a law like that. And she might win. She might win a court order that gets her in for, another week or two. But, I mean, in the meantime, she's going to be locked out for a while. And after that situation, do you really want to force your way back in, like through a court order? Really? Because at that point, you'll have a court order that's very cut and dry on, like, what day you have to remove your shit, all your shit. And at that point, I'm probably not going to be nice about giving you stuff that you still have there. So, play that game at your own risk. Oh, shit. I still have no air conditioning, and I'm not sure. I think I was trying to mention that in the last video, and then I kind of got sidetracked by something else, as I often do. So I did get a hold of Rob when I was doing a little bit of day drinking over at the Wander Inn. It took me a couple calls to get through to him, but I got through to him, and he seemed a little tired, like he kind of slept in a little later than normal, which is, it's Sunday. The man works 7 days a week. Like, he's speaking shit, would sleep in on one of them. But he's like, yeah, I'm running kind of late. He goes, why don't you come in an hour? And this is about 10 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, 11 o'clock, that works. And then he called me back maybe about a half hour later to let me know that he called around and nobody has the relay pack. Which I thought he told me he already replaced the relay on it. I don't know. I'm not really looking over his work because I don't really know how that all goes together. But anyway, he said something about needing to get a relay pack for this car and that nobody had any available and wouldn't until tomorrow. So, and I'm aware a lot of auto parts stores are open on Sunday, so there's that. But anyway, I mean, if you can't get the part, you can't get the part. No point in me bringing in the car. And he's like, you know what? I'm just not even coming in. I'm like, dude, take a day off. Enjoy that. So, he wants me to bring it to him tomorrow. He's like, just drop it off in the morning. He goes, man, drop it off after work. Just take it Uber home. Because, you know, stash the key for me. And I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, I can't take Uber because of the phone situation. Because I've been unable to log into my Uber account for, God, it feels like a couple months. Like, since I lost Obama phone number 1 when it had my Mint Mobile SIM card in it. Yeah, I haven't been able to log into Uber or Lyft since because they both do two-factor authentication via text message to my phone number, and I've had no way since then to receive a text message to my phone number. So, and I can't even log in to change my phone number. So, yeah, two-factor authentication is just dumb, especially because like I can't log into any of my own stuff. But I could probably log into most of Brittany's stuff if I wanted to, because I've been given her number months ago from Assurance Wireless, and I keep getting text messages that indicate that she hasn't changed that. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of two-factor authentication. Knowing your password should be enough, or maybe answering some specific questions relative to your account. That don't involve, oh my God, the one that kills me that Mint Mobile always wants to ask when I call them for service. Like when I called them on, that was Friday to activate my new iPhone, the rose gold pink iPhone. They're like, well, can you tell me 5 of the last phone numbers that you called? Dude, I use speed dial. I don't know phone numbers that I call. And I think they actually said for the 5 numbers that you called in the last month. I haven't called anybody in 2 months because I haven't had a phone to put my SIM card in, dude. Didn't I just tell you that? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And of course they've got, it's obvious I'm dealing with a language barrier. He doesn't even understand shit like that. But he's just reading off the script. I mean, to be fair, the guy was trying hard to help me, and he did manage to get my phone. In spite of me being kind of inept and kind of emotionally fragile at the time and not being very mentally stable at the time, he did manage to get my phone on. So anyway, I have since managed to restore it. So it actually is like my iPhone on there. Now all my apps are there, and unfortunately when you do a restore like that, it restores a lot of settings and it does restore a lot of stuff, but most of my apps on my iPhone, I just had it to where I use my thumbprint to log in. The thumbprint sensor doesn't work on this phone, unfortunately, so I can't do that anymore. I got to do a 6-digit PIN. My other one had a 4-digit PIN that I could use instead of my thumbprint. And apparently the new version of iOS has changed that from 4 digits to 6 digits, and as far as I can tell, it requires 6 digits, which is annoying as fuck to me. 4 digits to me is a pain in the ass. Although the way Priscilla doesn't respect my privacy, obviously I need to have it. And plus, I mean, the rate I'm going with phones getting stolen, it's kind of comforting to know that yeah, I've got it, locked down should somebody take it. Because I do have some apps, that I'm sure once I get logged back in will be fine for letting me get logged in. Now, my banking ones, I always leave those to where I need to log in regardless. And I have managed to get logged back in on Almost Fargo. And of course, the next time I get on, I got to log in again because I never, that one logs me out if I'm inactive on it for too long while I'm using it, or if I alt tab other, I say alt tab, I'm a whole Windows person, but like if I switch apps to another app and then go back to it quick enough, it will lock me out. So, which is fine, whatever. It's a banking app. It's good to know my banking's got the security on it. Oh my God, I'm going to be able to park in shady parking Ooh, tough call. In front of the bar or next to the bar? The shade actually looks better next to the bar. Anyway, I'm here. I don't feel like sitting and sweating in the car any extra. So, any things I was wanting to sum up? So yeah, kind of concerned that I won't be able to change the locks if Priscilla doesn't ever leave, and it looks like that's becoming her mode of her mode of operation. Although she's been legitimately packing stuff the last couple days, at least today. Like she packed a lot today, so. She had me throw this printer out. She's like, it doesn't work anymore, can't be fixed. I'm thinking it could be reused or somehow maintained or whatever, but you know what? It's hers, and I don't need any more clutter, so I happily hauled that to the dumpster. One less thing in Lily's room of hers. Although when I put it back in there, where it was sitting, she'd piled up a whole bunch of other crap, so. This is my trackie. I'm not ready to talk about my trackie yet. Just thought I'd mention that that's my trackie. And we did have an interesting discussion about the trackie, which was caused by her opening my package. Oh, it was an accident. But you don't accidentally open somebody else's package. You shouldn't have ever been receiving package. I was expecting a package from Amazon and he handed it to me. Yeah, but it doesn't have your name on the label. Look at the label before you open a package. If you open a package and not addressed to you, pretty sure that's illegal. Pretty sure it is. But anyway, I digress. I don't want to talk about that. I want to go inside a bar and enjoy me some karaoke. But anyhow, while we were kind of laying in bed together and being oddly intimate, and it was not quite what I wanted, but it wasn't bad. I got a VTO opportunity where I could just go on the app and take tonight off. At this point, I need the money, especially if I'm now that I'm looking at paying the rent on that place 100% by myself. So yeah, let that VTO go to somebody who lives on their mom's basement. Doesn't need that money. Really hoping to be on totes all night tonight. Usually that's what I've been doing on lately that's what I've been doing on Sunday night. So I'm hoping for a slow night at the warehouse. Just a night of doing totes at a medium pace would be really pleasant. Shit, I forgot to roll up one of my windows. Yeah, that would be excellent. I will say this: if Priscilla wasn't saying no to certain things I was asking her to do, and let me do to her body, I would have taken the night off and stayed there and continued to do that. But yeah, no, that's not on the agenda. I just as soon go to work. Well, and go to the bar and sing karaoke before I go to work, since she fell asleep on me. Oh shit. I think of what I'm bringing with me. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully I get my AC fixed tomorrow. I'm hoping, really hoping. And now that I am actually, I do actually have things going in my iPhone. I haven't done it yet, but I should have no problem getting logged into Uber and Lyft. Although to save money, I'll probably just ride the bus home from Rob's this morning. But anyway, that's what's up. Thanks for coming with me on the drive, and thanks for caring.